Hi and welcome back to Snowboard Instructor Tool. Let's have a look at our student today, Paul. As usual, feel free to pause the video, finish your analysis, and comment in the section down below. If you like the training, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with your coworkers. So Paul, his goal to continue his progression. Physical, he's been snowboarding for 2 days. He's 14-year-old, it's a boy, and he looks thin and tall. Psychological, he looks focused and tense. We can see the arms are not really moving. The whole body is very tense, and he's very focused on what he's doing. The terrain condition, it looks like a mellow terrain, room terrain. The light look flat and is fairly quiet, not too busy, a little bit more at the bottom. For the equipment, it looks like the heels might be a little bit too far off the board compared to the toes. The toes are just on the board edge. The heels might be a little bit further. We can see the heels getting off for quite a few centimeters, but the toes are not. So that will definitely not help him his toe side turn. For my observation, as usual, I'm gonna use a CASI skill system. Feel free to use the one of your certification. The position and balance, we already said his stance is slightly on his back foot. We can see the back legs is more bent than the front one. He has a slightly open stance. Shoulders are a little bit more pointing forward, not a lot, just a little bit. And he's obviously balanced on the board, except just at the end. For pivot, using a whole body rotation. It's a pretty smooth rotation. On the toe side, however, he's using a little bit his front hand in order to turn. You can see the front arm moving a little bit more forward. You can see it on the one where it just fall at the end. You can see he's using his arm in order to initiate the rotation on that one. And that's what made him fall. So it's not all the time, just from time to time on the toe side. For pressure control, it doesn't really have any. There's no terrain to absorb and doesn't have too much up and down movement in order to apply pressure to the board. And we can see his legs are very tense and not moving a lot. Edging. The edging is happening above the fall line for most of the turns. You can see if we look at the next one. There we go. There's already a little bit on his toe side. That's very early in the turn. So the edging is happening above the fall line. It's a little bit weak edging at the beginning of the turn, and then it gets stronger edging after the fall line. For timing and coordination, this turn is symmetrical. It is some pretty nice symmetrical turns. So my instructor goal is going to be releasing the center of mass to initiate the turn and flexing after the fall line. So we're really gonna work with those legs and those knees in order to get a bit more vertical movement onto it. So the idea is to initiate the turn, gonna release the center of mass, so release the weight from his heels or here while going a little bit up, and then he get the fall line and he start bending, putting his weight back on his toes. So a little bit of up and down movement during the turn. Of course, it's a mellow terrain. We don't need a lot of it to get more relaxed and get a little bit more performance out of the board. So for my static exercise, I'm gonna be practicing the movement of releasing by extending the legs and flexing to put the center of mass back on the new edge. On the flat terrain, probably done at the bottom there. We're gonna start by putting our weight on one of the edge, rising up a little bit, releasing the weight and shifting it towards the next edge, and then relaxing the legs, flexing our legs in order to put that weight in the center of mass a bit more on the edge. And then same thing, the other side. Just to understand the movement we're looking for. For my active exercise, we're gonna do the garland, releasing before we point the board down, and then go back across. We're gonna flex in order to get to the same edge and get the board back across. And for my turning exercise, obviously gonna be applying that movement during the turn. So we would release about here. We would release, go up, get that board be more relaxed. Slowly shift the weight towards the new edge. And now we are on the fall line. We just slowly bend the legs, flex our joints, the center of mass on those heels to upturn. I look forward to see your analyses in the comment section and your lesson plan for Paul. I don't have access to the computer all the time in the summer, so I can't do the video as often as I did in the winter. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.